याद कर लेती हूँ माँ को भजन से एक छोटा सा। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। श्री भुवनेश्वरी राजेश्वरी श्री भुवनेश्वरी राजेश्वरी आनंद रूपिणी पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय माम्। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय माम्। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय माम्। पालय माम् अम्बा पालय माम्। पालय माम् अम्बा पालय माम्। Palaya mam, Amba palaya mam. All right. So last time we did the Chandi Upakhyan. We read about the war between the demons Shumbh Nishumbh in Chandika and Kali coming, and she had the war. She had the fight with Rakt Beej. We heard about Madhuketab. All those demons, we have heard how Katyayani became Vindhyachal Vasini to kill Nishumbh. She went to Vindhyachal because Nishumbh was hiding there. Then, so all these things which are there in Durga Shapshati, people who are reading Durga Devi Mahatmya, they will know all these stories. So I'm not going much deeper into the stories anymore. We'll go further because I want to get to the Lalita part of it, because we all came here to hear about Ma Lalita. So it's going to come very soon, but we had to hear about different things, different incarnations. It's very important to know. When, as I always say, when you say, I love Ma Lalita, you should know what all she has done, who is she, from where is she coming. And the story goes, all these Puranas, when we read, we'll see that these stories are going from eternal time. Same energy, same Devi. When we say energy, we are saying energy, but it's the same Devi. So same Devi has incarnated in different times to do different things. She became Ganga in one of the incarnations. She is become Tripura. So original Devi is called, by now you should know, the original Devi is called Tripura. By now you should know certain things. When you read all the Mahatmyas, all the glorification, you should know how the glorification starts. Every stuti, you pick up any stuti means any praises. Pick up any praises, the stuti will become, oh, you are Akash Rupini, means you are in the ether, you are ethereal. And then you descend to fulfill the desires of people. And Devatas are worshipping her, and then she comes to Devatas. And you will see that Devatas go to Guru, and then Guru gives them some solutions. And then she has descended in different forms. She has come as Parvati. She has come as Lakshmi. Through Lakshmi, she has given blessing to Kamdev. She became Katyayani in Krishna Avatar. She became Savitri. She became Gayatri. The original is she. And we call her Tripura. And I told you, why Tripura? She's divided into 3 stages. This is Tripura. Satogun, Rajogun, Tamagun. It is her. She is managing. Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. It is her. She is doing it. So she is Tripura. Everywhere, it's only her command. She is Ishwari. So, in the same way, she incarnated as Katyayani. We heard the Katyayani Charitra, Katyayani Upakhyan, and in that Katyayani, then from there she went to Vindhyavasini. So she is the one in Vindhyachal. There is also one temple in Naimisharanya where she had come to protect all the saints when the Bhagavatam was being spoken. So all the Leelas we see of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Ma is also always there. So we see things like this. Okay. Now the next chapter is today is 53rd chapter. In 53rd chapter, it is about Durga Charitra, where Ma Durga kills Mahisasur. You all know this from Durga Shapshati. She killed a demon called Mahisasur. Indra was cursed. Indra was cursed by a saint's daughter. Her name was Sumitra. Sumitra was a very chaste woman, and Indra made fun of her, and so she cursed him that you're making fun of a woman. You will have a Mahish as your son, a bhais. Bhais means buffalo. You'll have a buffalo as your son. So that curse became true. This Mahish was born to Sachi, and this Mahish was a demon, and he was a very, very powerful demon. But when we say Mahish, Mahish, even though the pictures will say, oh, he looks like a buffalo, it is not only buffalo, it is a buffalo brain. We call bhais buddhi. In Hindi, when I say, it will be very clear. Bhais buddhi. Bhais buddhi matlab bahut charbi chad jata hai na dimag ke upar. We always say, drink cow's milk, don't drink buffalo's milk, because your brain will become like a bhaisa. So drink cow's milk, your brain will become like cow, sattvic. So like that. Anyways, so bhais buddhi means somebody who's very materialistic, jad, ignorant. They can't, you talk to them anything, but it doesn't go into them. They're very hard-coded. So this was Mahisasur. And Devi, he started troubling all the Devatas as usual, the same story. Then the Devatas are going to Brihaspati, and then Brihaspati is their guru. Brihaspati tells them, oh, go and pray to Tripura. And when they're praying to Tripura, so they go to one of the rivers and they're praying to Tripura, and there Tripura incarnates, and then as Durga, and then she is, and the Devatas are doing the stuti. So that stuti, in that stuti, they will say the same thing they say again and again, okay? You are the one Tripura, you are the one who can help us, and then we are in trouble, please save us. All the same things are happening. And when the Devi is there, Devi, when she appears in a woman form, and she's very radiant, very effulgent, and so effulgent that the radiance goes into all the three worlds, and she's blessing all of them that don't worry, I will kill these people. I will kill Mahisasur and all his army. And the war happens, and Devi wins as usual. Mahisasur is dead. I'm not reading all that war because too much of war description. We'll go ahead, okay? Because I want Kamdev to be there are so many other stories that are going to come. Okay, beautiful stories. So after the war happens, Durga wins, and then the demon is killed. There is one stuti. In that stuti, they again pray to her that thank you so much, Ma. You are the one who has given us everything. You have always protected us. And you are the wish-fulfilling desire tree. You fulfill all the desires of your devotees. Now tell us, how can we pray to you? So that, now there is one thing here which I'm going to recite, because these are 32 names of Durga. Okay. So the Devatas are very happy, and the Devatas are like, Ma, how you helped us in our problems. You took away our problems. Please tell us how we can remember you, and how can the people on earth remember you, so that if they are in problems, Durga Durgati Nashini, your name is Durga Durgati Nashini, means you take away the Durgati. Durgati means when somebody is having a major downfall in their life. Whatever they are trying to do, the downfall is happening. So you are the one who can save somebody from their downfall. So, Ma, if somebody wants to remember you, how should they remember you? How should they pray to you? So Devi says, okay, Devatas, I'm going to reveal my 32 names to you. Just pray. If anybody prays with me with these 32 names, their downfall will go away. They will always be protected, and whatever their problems are, that will go away. So those names I'm going to read now. Deva shunudhvam etatu gopyam atyanta durlabham dvatrinshan nam mala me sarvapat Pravinashini, Nasti Tadrishi Kaschit, Stuti Trelokya Mandale, Rahasya Rupa Sarvatra, Shrudhvam Te Tambravimimam. So the names are Durga, Durgati Shamini, Durga Padvini Varini, Durgam Chedini Durga, Sadhini Durga Nashini, Durgottadharani Durga, Nihantri Durga Mapaha, Durgam Gyanada Durga, Daityaloka Davanala, Durgama Durgama Loka, Durgama Atmasarupini, Durga Marga Prada Durgam, Vidya Durgam Mashita, Durgam Gyana Sansthanam, Durgam Dhyana Bhasini, Durga Moha, Durgamaga, Durgamartha Sarupini, Durgama Sura Sanghantri, Durgama Yuddhadharini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgamya, Durgameshwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durgabha, Durgadarani, Namavali, Mimamyastu, Durgaya, Mama Manavaha, Pateta Sarvam, Sarva Bhayan Mukto, Pavishyati na Sanchaya, Shatrubhi Pidemano na va, Durga Bandhagato apiva. So Durga Devi revealed her 32 names and she says, if anybody on earth, mankind, if they recite these 32 names, they will be relieved from the biggest of problems, biggest of disasters that they are going through. This name is so powerful, it will destroy all their enemies. What are the enemies? Our enemies are our situations. We don't have enemies like that. We don't want to destroy any human being, but our enemies are our situations. And the situations can be external, situations can be internal. Sometimes we don't have any external enemy, but our mind inside is very unhappy. So that negative situation, that negative thinking is our enemy. When we pray to Durga, Durga is such a powerful being. Understand, when I say Durga, even though we hear the story, Durga killed the mahisasur. As I told you, Mahish means a person whose brain is like hard-coded, not able to think. We ourselves go through that experiences many times in our life. We may be very successful doing something, but suddenly when things go, downwards, our brains are just stuck. We cannot even think. We don't know. We are lost. We are confused. It happens many times in life. Same person who can become billionaire, millionaire, they've done it, but then they suddenly become from rags to from riches to rags. And then they're trying again, they can't do anything. What do? What happened? The same brains which are so active, so intelligent, what happened to the brain? As if something just locked it. Nothing is going in the head. At that moment, you are like Mahisha Buddhi. Mahesh Buddhi is like so strong. You're not able to think. So Durga, when we say Mahishasur, she came and she killed Mahishasur. It is that negativity in our head, that is Mahishasur. That negativity which is not allowing us to think positively, which is not allowing us to think higher, which is not allowing us to open our brains. That negativity, when we call Durga, when we invoke Durga, she kills that negativity. Where is the Durga? I always tell, Bhagwan is not somewhere outside. We hear the stories, we think, okay, they are outside. We see the TV serials, we think, oh, somebody else is coming. No, but that energy, that Durga is within this body only. Within this body. She is Akash Rupani, and she's come inside the heart. We have read that so many times. She has read. She is the Prana Shakti. She is the Chetana Shakti. Chetana Shakti means consciousness. She is the Shakti inside us. She is taking care. She is Tripura because she is taking care of our external body, of our internal mind, and then in the soul form. She is the one who's taking care of us in all the three stages. She is the one taking care of us in our dream state, in our wakefulness state, sleep state. She is Tripura, right? The same Tripura is Durga. And what is that Durga? Durga is this body. Durga means fort. Durga means something which protects the people inside the fort. Who is that people inside this fort? It's me, my soul. When my soul is so overburdened by negativity, I don't know where where I should go, what I should do. Then we call Durga. Durga's name is so powerful. Durga is this energy in everything that I'm doing. What happened to that energy? What happened to that willpower? What happened to that intelligence by which I was able to achieve everything? Now everything is going away. Why? If someone comes and reminds that person that, hold on to Durga. Durga has that power within us. That we have to awaken. By reminding ourselves through these names. So the names, which our rishis give, Durga, they're very powerful sound vibration. The name Durga itself is a very powerful sound vibration. So one is, this is a very, very powerful sound vibration. Another is, I am not helpless anymore. This Durga is sitting in this body, this Durga, this fort of 9 doors. Every door I'll be watchful now. Durga is being watchful. My eyes will be powerful. My ears will be powerful. My nose, my ears, everything from wherever the information is coming is going to be powerful. My brain will be powerful. My mind will be powerful. My consciousness will be powerful. Durga is protecting me. I am Durga's child. No matter how. So what? If my brain become right now clogged because of the tamsi things, so what? I will hold on to Durga. And Durga is nowhere else. Durga is in this body. Durga is in my hands. Durga is that power. So Durga has given this 32 names. Each of these names are infused with those special powers. These are spoken by Devi to the Devatas to remind us we are not weak beings, we are very powerful beings. That's the beauty of all our scriptures. All, pick up Gita, pick up Tripura Rahasya, anything, throughout, any story, every story is given to us. We don't just read the story, we apply in our life. Story, there has to be a moral of the story. The moral of the story is this: we belong to God, we are protected by her, and she's everywhere. No matter how your situations are bad, why they became bad, the situations in your life became bad. I'll tell you why. Who are the demons? Your own pride is the demon. Your own excessive desires are your demons. Your greed is your demon. You're battling your demons. From where are these coming? When we read Gita, Bhagavan says, excessive desire, where is it coming from? It's coming from the Rajogun. Who is that Rajogun? Rajogun Atmika, Satogun Atmika, Tamogun Atmika, that is Durga. So excessive Rajogun created excessive desires. When the desires are not getting fulfilled, excessive anger, when the excessive anger leads to excessive depression, and excessive depression makes you feel like your life is helpless, you're not able to think beyond. Mind is all clogged, fogged, everything. Then how do you remove this fog? You just see everything blackened. How do you remove this? Remember Durga. The name is so powerful. Durga, Durga, Durga. Those who remember Durga, I'm telling you, even if you're in the deepest of the ditch, that name is so powerful, it will bring you back. So here, when we say the 32 names means we are invoking her. She's always there. We are reminding ourselves of her presence in each and every part of our body, and each and every part of our body is protected by Durga. We are powerful beings. We have very strong willpower. We have all the knowledge to do. We have all the energy to do and achieve what we want to achieve. Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Ichcha Shakti. Whatever knowledge is required, my Durga residing in this body, in this fort, is going to give me. Whatever willpower I need, Durga residing in this body is going to give me. Whatever actions I do, now they are being guided by Durga, so I will be successful. There cannot be any negativity in my life. There cannot be any mahisasur. There cannot be any shumb. There cannot be any nishumb. There cannot be any raktabij. There cannot be. What is raktabij? I told you last time. Our own passions. Rakt is red. Red indicates love. Red indicates passion. Red indicates anger. Red indicates sexual desires, lusty desires, calm. Calm, Krodh. These are the two biggest enemies we have. Ignorance. Mahish is ignorance. These are our demons. This need to be removed. So who do we invoke? Sometimes she comes as Chandika. Sometimes she comes as Kali. Sometimes she comes as Durga. Rakt Beej, as I told you, the passion, it never ends. One passion will lead to another, will lead to another, will lead to another. So to stop that, we invoke the power of Kali. Because one Rajogun, Rajogun, passion, Rakt Beej means Rajogun. Rajogun means passion. And Rajogun will, if you don't stop Rajogun, if you don't stop this nature of yours, it will lead you to Tamogun. And Tamogun means full darkness. Then to protect you from that darkness, you will have to invoke that dark goddess, Kali. When the mind is so hard-coded in bad habits, even though you have the full power, you have the full potential to grow, yet you're not able to grow. Chand, Prachand, your mind has become like that. Hard-coded. Then you invoke Chandika. The Shaktis are within us. We are not demons. We are Devi. We are divine. But when this Rajogun and Tamogun increases in us, we start becoming demoniac. We will lead. When we are reading Gita, you will come in 16th chapter, you will see Bhagavan will define divine and demoniac. It's us. When the gunas are imbalanced, we are becoming demoniac, we are becoming Shumbha, we are becoming Nishumbha, we are becoming Chanda Munda, we are becoming Raktavij. And when the energy is changing, then we are becoming beautiful. When we are invoking Devi, she comes as Kali, she comes as Chandika, she appears as Durga, she protects us, she takes away all this. And then we suddenly become purified. We become as happy as her. We become like her. We become like Lalita. So when we read the story, this is how it progresses. So now Durga has come and killed Mahishasur, but Devatas are asking, oh Durga Devi, please give us the 32 names or whatever, however the humans, will be benefited. And then she has very kindly given us this 32 names. In the group, I will share these 32 names again. Last time also we had shared the one small thing. Anybody who does this will have a lot of benefits. Like all the problems will go away. So here she goes on saying, Dvatrinshannam patena muchyate natra sanchaya ragya vadhaya chagyapta krudena dandanaya cha. If somebody is worried, if somebody is fearful because they are in so much of trouble, then here Durga says they should chant my 32 names. They should not fear. All the fear will go away. And those who are already saintly or devoted to Durga, they should never fear at all. This is what she's saying. For time being, they might forget. But if they start remembering me, they should not fear at all. And then she says, this mantra should not be given to abhaktas, who are not devotees, who do not believe in this, Nastiks, and Nastik means, again, non-believers. This mantra should not be given to non-believers. This mantra should be given to devotees, those who are very peaceful, and those who have deep faith in their guru. Guru mein nirak vyakti ko dena chahiye. So those who have deep faith in their gurus, then this mantra should be given. If somebody chants this mantra for 1,000 times or 10,000 times or 1,00,000 times, definitely that person will get the highest abode, highest liberation. So either 1,000, 10,000 or 1 lakh times. The one who either appoints the brahmanas to chant it on their behalf, or who chants by themselves. So all this vidhi, all this procedure has been given. Or they chant by themselves. They will be delivered from all kind of obstacles in their life. To do this mantra, first anushthan you must do is, you should chant 1 lakh times, means 100,000 times. First anushthan is 100,000 times, and after that you have to chant it 1,000 times daily. And you do havam, homam. How do you do homam? Tilay shuklay stri madvar vaktar uchyate chapadanganai ayut tatra metasya purushchadam uchyate. After chanting it 1 lakh time, one must do havan, and in the havan they should offer til, rice, honey, ghee, etc. And they should do the havan of 30,000 oblations. So 1 lakh of chanting, 30,000 oblations one must do with all these things. And you establish a murti of Devi and you pray to that Devi. That murti should have 8 hands, and in those hands she should have all her weapons. And then she should, the form of murti of Durga, she has 8 hands, she has all the weapons, she's wearing a crown with a chandrama, with a moon, all those things, and she's killing mahisasur. So this kind of murti you must establish, and in front of her you must do 1 lakh times the Purushcharan. Purushcharan means complete this whole ritual 1 lakh times, and then you do 30,000 of havan. And this way your one anushthan of this thing will be done, and it will help you solve biggest problems of your life. And you must give gifts to ladies and the brahmanas, and you must give a big feast at the end of the puja. And then she says, those people who remember me every day, they will be always saved. With this, she gave the blessing to the Devta, and then she left. So this was the story of Mahisasur and Durga. Now we are going to read chapter number 40. Chapter number 47. Kamasya Punarodbhava, means Kamdev. You remember Kamdev was burned. So how did Kamdev become alive again? This is the question Parshuram is asking Dattatreya. Before that, there is one comment. Let me just, Sai is asking something. I just want to see what she's asking. Jai Guru Maa, what is the science behind chanting the holy names of Maa or Krishna? For example, if I am in full mood of ignorance and acting badly, then how can our chanting power actually help us move towards a mode of goodness? It seems difficult for me to overcome certain habits. Keep chanting, you will see it for yourself. I cannot explain this every time. When we are chanting, what are we thinking? How do we get those habits? How did we, first question yourself, how did I get bad habits? As you say, certain habits. How did you get those habits, certain habits? And where are those habits? When we say we have certain habits hard-coded in us, how did we get it? And where are they? Okay. They are in our mind. Is it not? How did things enter in our mind? Through these 9 doors. Right? So these 9 doors are the doors, input, output. So we have to protect these doors. So while we are chanting, what happens? When we were not chanting, even the mouth was only talking nonsense. And our mind was getting programmed to think nonsense. When we were hearing, mouth is talking something nonsense, and we are hearing that nonsense. And we are associating with people who want to talk nonsense, and we are the ones programming our mind to hear that nonsense. How much? I've explained this process so many times. Think of this. So you're asking me the science behind it. And these inputs, you have put it in the world, and you programmed your mind to think of the world. This inputs, at least one of it, one input, one door, feed it with God's name. And slowly, when you get that taste of God's name, all the inputs, if the input from the mouth is God's name and God's prasadam, if the input from the ear is God's name and God prasadam, if the input from the eyes is God's name and God prasadam, What will be the input in the head? God's name, God's prasadam. Ahar. Here. What is the ahar you are giving? God's name, God's prasadam. No, obviously, when you are giving God's name and God's prasadam in your mind, what will remain there? When God comes, when you experience God, you think anything bad will have any chance to even stay there? It has to wash out. It has to wash out. So we only train ourselves in chanting. This science I've explained in chapter 6 of Gita. This science explained even chapter 13th of Gita. This science is going in chapter 14th of Gita. This science will again come in chapter 16th of Gita. Your inputs have to be proper. Then your mind will be proper. Understand the science. The more you associate with the world, and we are in the world, okay? People talk to me also, but I somehow over the years, I'm telling you, somehow over the years, I have programmed my mind so much that I have to just sit and delete the data. I literally, when I go even in a conversation, it is not possible. I have to tell my mind, chill, don't take anything seriously. And I enter into conversation. Or sometimes I'll tell my mind, 1 hour of conversation, worldly conversation, no more. And then when I come out of this, think of the mind, delete data. And after some time, half an hour, if somebody asks me what we were talking, I will not remember anything. I'm not acting. It is like that. That's how I program my mind. Delete data, reset. These are the words. These are the commands my mind knows now. Mind is like a chip. That's how, because I'm a science person, so I always think like that. Chip. What I want to store in my mind, it is up to me. What I want to delete from my mind, it's up to me. I'm very powerful. If I hard-coded my mind, I will give it a hard reset. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It may take some time, when there is too much data in your laptop, and if you want to reset it, it takes a long time. Got it? So now you're saying, thanks for talking about 9 inputs, Ma, but my association, it's not Satatam. I do proper association with all 9 inputs, and that's the issue. I need to do more. You do it more, and if it is not Satatam, Bhagavan has taught in Karma Yoga, surrender everything to him. He said, go and read chapter 12th again. Go and read chapter 13th again. Chapter 12th, he has said, even before 13th sloka, he said, first you have to do abhyas. He said, okay, you cannot do abhyas. Okay, work for me, he said. Go and listen to chapter number 12. Read those 20 slokas again and again, till you by heart it. Before the 13th sloka, he has said in Gita, work for me. And if you say, no, I cannot work for you, Bhagwan, it is very difficult because my association is not Satatam. Then he says, okay, can you give up all the work, the results of the work to me? You are working, you are busy in your work. So it is not Satatam, you are busy in your work. But when you get a break, immediately you think of your children, right? Don't you? You think of your family, right? Bhagwan says, think of me also. And I've taught you. In your phone, keep a reminder. We are so lucky to have phones like this, in smartphones. We keep a reminder. Keep a reminder at 12 o'clock. Think of God, surrender everything to him. Keep a reminder at 2 o'clock. Think of God, surrender everything to him. My class happens, my phone will ring. Think of God, surrender everything to him. And I have to say this prayer, oh God, whatever I did today, by my mind, action and speech, I surrender it to you. This is my prayer, not even Sanskrit, oh my dear Lord, I love you so much. I do like a child. Whatever I did today by my mind, action, and speech, oh my dear Lord, I surrender it to you. And for 5 minutes, I just think of Bhagwan so dearly. I give him a nice hug because he's my friend. I do what not. The way I hug my kid, Exactly, I hug my Bhagwan, my Sakha, my best friend. And I'll be like, bestie, I surrendered everything to you. Now you know. Don't force me for Satatam. I'm going back to another work. Yeah, fine. That bestie is so nice. And then again, after when 4 o'clock, when I become free, okay, Bhagwan, the reminder will come. Time to remember God. What time is it? Time. This I learned from Yogananji. He said, Somebody asks him, what time is it? And he says, time to remember God. So whenever my mind says, what time is it? Time to remember God. Time to remember God. Time to remember God. Bhagwan made it so easy. He doesn't expect anything from us. He says, if you cannot work for me, surrender all that results of those work to me. And then he goes on saying, okay, if you cannot do all these things, make some effort to learn, to get knowledge. But higher than knowledge, then he goes on saying, higher than knowledge, what is the purpose of the knowledge? Purpose of the knowledge is to surrender everything to me. That's all. Why are you beating yourself up so much? Life is so simple. Don't beat yourself up. Bhagwan has made it very simple. Got it? All right. So 1 hour, every 1 hour, let it ring, ting, ting. Time to surrender to God. Done. All right, let's go to Durgaji. Durgaji is like, okay. So I told you the glories of the 32 names. Now, Kamasya Punar Udbhava, Bhagwan Avadhutesha Karunapara Varidhe, Kripayoktam Upakhyanam Durgaya Paramadbhutam, Nanyosmi Krite Kriteosmi Tvat Kripa Vishayoyata, Durlabham Martiloke Asmin, Tvat Kripa Lokana Nanu. Parshuram says, oh, dear Gurudev, I am so happy. You are so nice. You have told me this story and I feel so grateful to you, so obligated, so nice. And I want to know more about one more story that last time when you were talking about Kamdev. Kamdev entered into Ma's eyes. So when Kamdev entered into Ma's eyes, then there was another Kamdev which had gone to Shiva. Then that Kamdev which went to Shiva, it got burnt. Then the Kamdev in Ma's eyes, how did it come out? Can you please tell me that story? So that is the story we are going to hear. So when Dattatreya sees Parshuram, Dattatreya is very happy. He's like, wow, what a student. And he says, I am very, very happy that you ask me such questions. Because of you, I am able to think of Ma. And then Dattatreya thinks of Tripura and that whole story, and Dattatreya is in tears. That happens, tears of joy. Saints, when they're thinking about God, and it happens, tears of joy. So Dattatreya is in tears of joy, and they're like, you are such a nice student. You brought me, you're taking me to all this, your questions are taking me to all those memories. So I'm going to reply to you. And he says, I'm very happy that you are not satisfied by listening to the stories. You are not bored. So I'm going to reply to you, whatever you are asking me. Tato, he says, Dattatreya says, one thing I'm going to tell you, let me first read in Hindi. इस संसार में व्यक्ति का महाभाग्य है कि श्री देवी के कथामृत में वह डूब जाए. He says, that person is the most fortunate person who likes to hear the katha of the stories of Tripura. Everywhere you see, in all our Purans, in all our books, the most important thing they have given, they have told is katha Shravan. Shravanam. This is bhakti. Even though Tripura, Tripura is Tantric Devi, we say, right? And many Tantrics, they used to argue, why are you talking about kathas? What is happening here? Katha. And what is Dattatreya saying? He's saying, oh Parshuram, you are so lucky, you are so fortunate, you have interest in hearing Devi's stories. And let me tell you, oh Parshuram, those who hear these stories, only hearing, okay, hearing is such a powerful tool. Engaging one organ, one input. This is easy. One input in Bhagwan's any form. Now we are in Devi's form. So here is saying, those who are hearing Sri Devi's story, they are the most fortunate ones. And that person who hears the story will not take birth again. It's written here. यह कथा सुनकर तुम्हारा दूसरा जन्म नहीं होगा. You will not take any other birth. This is very difficult to obtain this, to hear the stories of Tripura. And I am very grateful to you that you are reminding me about the glories of Tripura. Dattatreya tells this to his student, that thank you for reminding me about the glories. Because of you, I'm able to remember everything. And he says, people pray to many gods, demigods, but beyond everybody is Tripura. When you get a lot of merits, when you get a lot of punyas, you get the devotion of Tripura. Who can describe Tripura? There are no words. She is everything, whatever there is. To describe Tripura, only one person can fully probably describe her, and that is Mahadev. Nobody else knows her. This is what Guru Dattatreya is saying, that who can describe Tripura? We are saying it. I am saying so many kathas, so many stories, but the only person who knows Tripura fully is Mahadev. So Mahadev alone is the one to know her fully. She is everywhere. Just like in this body, there are so many organs, 11 organs. And in all these 11 organs, there is this Agni Tattva. So Agni Tattva is everywhere. So she is just like that. She is everything that you see. The whole world is basically her body. Whole world is her body. And she is the fire. She is in everything. She is just like the wind. She's in everything. She's just like the sky. She's in everything. She is the conscious energy. And she is known as Tripura. There is no words to describe her. It is not easy to define a Tripura. There is no explanation to define Tripura. She is everywhere. She is the beginning. She is the middle. She is the end. All devatas get their energy from her. Whatever forms you see, it is her. Everything is her opulence. Wherever your eyes go, whatever you can see and whatever you cannot see, whatever your minds can think, perceive, and beyond your conception and perception, whatever is there, it's only Tripura. This is what Bhagavan Dattatreya is telling to Parshuram. He says, I will tell you how she brought calm back to life. She is, so here he gives one name to her. She is in everything and she is very playful. Because she is very playful and the whole world is her play, she is called as Lalita. And her Lalita's charitra comes out because when she incarnated, she killed a demon called Bhanda. And that story of Bhanda and Lalita, it's going to come now very soon, So Bhagavan Dattatreya says, the story of Bhanda and Lalita is very extraordinary. And you will hear about extraordinary knowledge, extraordinary power, everything. And Bhanda was an extraordinary demon also. Bhanda, we think, oh, he's a demon. But, when you hear Bhanda's story, it is so nice. I actually like it very much. His everything. So we'll see. So Bhanda was very, 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 very powerful, very, very knowledgeable, very, very courageous, very, very strong, and a big, austere demon. And he was so strong that he had defeated Brahma, Vishnu, and others. He had defeated the Devatas. He had created his own Brahmans, 500 Brahmans he created, 500 universes he created, and he was that powerful that he was ruling in all those 500 universes. He had thrown the Devatas from their heavens. He created his own heaven. And he appointed his own people in all these heavens, and the Devatas had to leave and had to be in hiding. And Devatas didn't know what to do. So Lalita had to appear. Lalita Tripura Sundari had to appear, and she fought with Bhanda, and she defeated him. Oh, Parshuram, I am so thankful now because you spoke about Lalita. I have to speak about Lalita Upakhyan, Lalita Mahatmya. I am remembering those stories of Bhanda and Lalita, which I am going to tell you in detail. All the Devatas went to Devi and they told to bring Kamdev back to life. They prayed to Devi, and then, but how do you bring Kamdev back to life? And how will Ma Lalita be pleased? So they did one thing. The Devtas went to Rati, and they said, Rati, you come with us. Rati is Kamdev's wife. They said, Rati, you come with us. If Ma Lalita sees you, Ma Lalita will definitely come back to life. So they took Rati, and they went to Ma Tripura. They prayed to her, and Ma Tripura appeared, and they are like, oh, Ma Tripura, do you see Rati? Rati is so sad. And if Kamdev is gone, there will be no fun in this life. You are Lalita. You are playful. How will there be any play? If Rati is not getting her husband and there is no Kam and Rati, how will joyfulness be there? People in this world are happy if there is something that they desire. Desire and hopes, they keep us moving. If life becomes hopeless, if life, you have desires, but your desires are not going to be fulfilled. Or if you have no desires, everybody desires for something. So how will this play of life, the game of life, go on? Oh, Lalita, you like to play. So how will this game of life go on if there is no desires? If there is no hope? If there is no love? When somebody falls in love, it suddenly makes you so energetic, so nice. I remember there was a 60-year-old man in my community. He didn't have his wife. The earlier wife had divorced, so he was living alone with his son. So son got into college, and son left. He was alone. Suddenly, after like 6 months, I saw him. He's like, he had put on a lot of weight that time when I saw him, and I came to know his story. 6 months later, I'm seeing he's become so handsome. He's looking like he's trying to build his body, and he's running, and he was very tall. He's a Persian guy. And I met him on the way. I'm like, wow, you're looking so good. What happened? He's like, yeah, I just got a girlfriend. 60-year-old. I just got a girlfriend, and my girlfriend is so beautiful. He started showing me all his pictures. Oh yeah, she wants me to be fit. I'm like, wow. Then I was remembering, yeah, this is why Kamdev and Rati are required. A 60-year-old